Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 6 between the Washington Nationals and the San Francisco Flight. The Cup is in the building. If San Francisco finishes this game and wins, they have won the Stanley Cup. To recap the series, game number 1 was won 1-0 by the Washington Nationals, and a very good defensive performance by them, I must say. Game 2 was a 3-1 victory on the road for the Flight, and that's really what caught them up in this series. Game number 3, the Flight took it on home ice, winning that game 3-0. Game 4, Washington on the road surprised everyone. Well, me at least. I thought the Flight were going to take it fairly handily, but the Nationals took it 3-1. And then we headed back to Washington for game number 5. Winner goes up 3-2 in the series. If Washington had won, they would have had a fairly big advantage just due to they had another home game left. Well, both of these teams had a home game, but you get what I mean. But they lost. The San Francisco Flight good job, Tim. The San Francisco Flight took game number 5, 2-1. And here we are. Game number 6 in the San Francisco Bay Area, Boeing Center. And the Cup is in the building. If San Francisco wins tonight, they have won it all. And the Season 3 champion would be the San Francisco Flight. But that doesn't exactly mean it's over. We've seen crazier things happen. We're on a little streak of away team wins here. Washington won, like I mentioned, game number 4 to tie the series up heading back to Washington. And San Francisco won game number 5 in Leidos Arena. It's very much not over, but it very well could be. Starting in goal, Darcy Kemper for the Nats has had a very good series, has kept the Nats in this thing all series long. On the opposite end for San Francisco, it's Martin Jones. Ben Pais, your key to the game.
As the clinching game in any series is the toughest to win. It's where your opponents will fight the most, and the Flight absolutely, if they want to win the Cup, they absolutely positively need to do it tonight, because if the Nats win, they'll have all the momentum heading back into Leidos Arena for a Game 7. So this game is ultra important for the Flight. But, as I said before, this is where the Nats will fight the hardest.
The Nats for sure will not go down without a fight. Washington has been the best team all season long. The Flight have been just riding their coattails. Just second best all year long. Losing a couple more games here and there than Washington. But the regular season doesn't matter. What matters is right here, right now. The San Francisco Flight have a chance to defeat Washington for the 4th time in 6 games, eliminate them from the Stanley Cup playoffs, and crown themselves Stanley Cup champions. Star-Spangled Banner has been played. San Francisco is ready for hockey. In just a short 60-minute span of game time, and possibly about 20 minutes real, but the half hour real time, we could have a brand new Stanley Cup champion. The only Stanley Cup champion up to this point was the Minnesota Wild in season number 1. They took on the Vegas Golden Knights and defeated them in the finals. And we are underway. Huberdeau at the blue line with Jeff Petrie. Petrie bringing it back to his own zone. Clayton Keller's there for support. They fired around the net of Martin Jones. John Scott was there to pick up possession, but Chara was there to pressure along with the scrum, and the Washington Nationals are going to get a clear. Drake Batherson, Clayton Keller, and a scrum in the corner ensues. There's Zdeno Chara. Darcy Kemper not paying attention, way out of his net for the time being. Now he kind of centers himself. Nationals get a clear. Clayton Keller dumps it into the zone. Trying to play a little bit of keep away from the Nats. I think he fires it through his crease and right down. Could have been on net, but it was blocked by Ray Ferraro. Fired in just wide of Jones' net. Nicholas Backstrom. And Milan Lucic. That's deflected just wide of the Kemper cage. Steered into the corner and back to neutral ice. It's John Scott with possession. Gets a little bummed by a Nat player and fires all the way around the net. Ferraro with a sliding effort trying to exit the zone, and he does. Keller now with possession. Kind of lofts it in. That's on Kemper's net, but just wide. Took a flight bounce there for a moment, but Nats plays pretty good defense there. Clear. They dump it in. Here's a chance for Washington, but no one was there in the zone. It's Orlov. And Ovechkin on the far corner. Giordano. And Burns. The flight trying to support one another to get it out. 8 minutes gone here in the first period of game number 6. That one has a chance. Ferraro couldn't quite corral it. Now in behind the Kemper net, through his crease even, but cleared away by Huberdeau to the blue line and beyond to neutral ice. Huberdeau, that one on the net, shoots, Jones scores, and Washington is up early. That one might go to Brady Tkachuk.
What a great start for the Nats, which they absolutely needed. They took the crowd right out of it. Couple great chances, but what the original shot by Martin Jones. But as I'm pretty sure Brady Tkachuk, easy pickings for him. It's 1-0 early in the first.
They needed Jones right there to come up big, and he just couldn't. He made the initial save, but he made it with his knees and turned around. Left a rebound right there for Brady Tkachuk, and Tkachuk just, yes, it was Brady Tkachuk, and he poked it home. Should be assisted by Huberdeau, I think. And no unassisted, so a flight player probably touched it. Another bad play by the flight. That was Tomas Hertl this time. And here's a chance for Chara and Backstrom. Hertl makes up for it and dumps it down the ice. Now a flight chance. Here they shoot just wide rebound. Didn't quite get far enough to make it to the post to tuck it in. Man, Washington really dodged a bullet there. But that's what the Nats needed. They needed to take the rowdy crowd at Boeing Center out of it early so they can take control and try to get their game plan going. Didn't work so much in the last game. The game before that it sure did. It's Taylor Hall and Zdeno Chara in the corner with Milan Lucic. Former teammates Chara, Lucic, all former Bruins, or current Bruins. Puck fired down in behind the Kemper cage. It's Mark Giordano. Jeff Skinner meets him halfway, challenges, and Lord Stanley, with a little bit of support, is going to get it out. Fired back and they score! From the blue line! The flight turned the puck around, and they fire it right on Kemper. We have a tie game.
I didn't get a good angle at that, but what an absolute cannon. No way Kemper could have shot that. I was not expecting. I was on the other side of the ice, expecting that to be a clear. But and also I think again with most of these shots, the crew's gonna come out and tie up some broken legs. That was a cannon, and exactly what the flight needed to regain the crowd. And
it looked like the Nats were gonna get it out of the blue line, and they did. They had it across the blue line. I want to say it was Mark Giordano who just picked the pocket of a Nats player, fired it on, and it just beat Kemper, and we have a tie hockey game, and that one is out of play. The Flight have tied it up late here in the first. It was Brent Burns, pardon me, Giordano's defense partner, who will get credit for this one. What a late goal, and that's what the Flight needed. They needed to get back in. They needed to get that crowd's energy rowdy once again. It was assisted by Giordano, so potentially it was a pinch where they pinched it together and fired it on the net. Not 100% sure what happened. I do know for sure, though, the puck crossed the goal line, and the Flight have scored to tie the game. It's Hamilton. And Keller with Burns hot on his tail and fires it out of play. 3:42 remaining here in the first stanza. Batherson, Pavelski in the draw. Takes a San Francisco bounce as Taylor Hall takes possession over the blue line, loses it momentarily. The Flight get back, they score! What a shot from the high slot. It was a knuckle puck that took a couple of bounces over Kemper. Top shelf, the Flight take the lead.
And if that first goal wasn't exactly what the Flight needed, this is definitely what the Flight needed. Not only to really get the crowd back into the game, they take the lead late in the second. Let's see if the Nats can respond, but the Flight are playing extremely well. They're putting Washington on their heels.
2 quick goals for San Francisco have put them up 2-1 here in game number 6. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if the Flight win tonight, they win it all. 3:15 remaining here in the first. That was oddly reminiscent to a Washington goal, I believe, against the Vancouver Outlaws earlier this season. Although that goal being from about the near face-off dot, fired it just went over the goalie. That one wasn't shot over the goalie. It was a knuckle puck that bounced over the goalie. Jeff Petrie will get credit for this one. Just kind of bounced over the goalie, kind of hopped on Kemper once or twice, and just beat him over the glove hand. And the Flight have the lead. Dmitry Orlov now in the corner gets a bump from Giordano and Couture. A minute remaining here in the first. Fired down for San Francisco. That could be on net. Ferraro gets up, he shoots, scores! Ray Ferraro! That puck was cleared down right onto his stick. All he had to do was get up and poke it home. San Francisco leads 3-1.
Bill, this all starts with the great clear. I don't know who cleared it. I plug it in my headset, but it was, that pass was absolutely right on the bubble. And no offense to Ray Ferraro, but I would give all credit to the person who cleared that puck all the way. Beautiful pass.
I gotta credit the finish, although Kemper wasn't in the greatest of positions. He still got beat. I don't want to say it too early. But the Flight have a chance.
And I was going to say, never mind, sorry.
Don't want to say it's over. But boys, San Francisco, after the first period of play, put up a 3 spot. Not only were they down at one point in this period, they were getting almost dominated. Washington was getting plenty of chances. They actually put one past Martin Jones. None of that matters now. After one period of play in game number 6, the San Francisco Flight lead 3-1.
And my little bit from the period is the Flight were good at weathering the storm, and the Flight were also great at capitalizing some great chances.
Flight have a great counterattack, that's for sure. We've seen that all year long. So do the Nats, but the Nats really haven't been able to hit that next gear. The Flight have had a next gear. They've really found a next level to this team that Washington just hasn't been able to compete with. Home or away, the Flight just seem to be the better team on most nights. There's a couple games, or even one game, I think it was actually the game that Washington won. Would have been game number 4, I guess it was. And it wasn't the first game, it was the second game, Washington. I thought San Francisco really deserved to win that game. Home ice, they're getting shots. Kemper made about 7 or 8 stops. Really good stops. That game could have very well ended 8-2 or 8-3 San Francisco, and this series would have already been over. But Kemper really kept them in that game and kind of stole one for Washington, which is what you need. You need to steal one from for your team every once in a while. And tonight we just haven't got that from really either goalie. Jones has made a save or a couple saves, and so has Kemper, but they just haven't really looked that great. The ones that are... Now, you can't really fault Kemper on the absolute rocket from the point, but that knuckle puck he probably could have had. Anyways, 14:22 remaining here in the middle period. John Scott fires it down off the post. My goodness, rebound was fired just wide. That was a chance for Washington. Very well could have made the game 3-2. Here's a chance for the Flight now. That one's going to go just wide right through that crease, but cleared away. Mark Giordano. Brent Burns pinching up against the boards. Kachuk. He's going to get it cleared with Huberdeau. Just beyond the blue line. Gets steered back in by the Flight. No longer to neutral ice now. Burns. He's pushing it the wrong way for the Flight. Into the slot. But just to the east of the Martin Jones goalie. Pardon me, the Martin Jones net. Drake Batherson. Brandon Tanev gives him a bump. That one's going to get fired down by San Francisco. It's Dano Chara now with possession. Drake Batherson. Going to give Chara a little bit of help. Shifley was there to meet Zdeno, but the puck clears into the neutral zone. Pinched against the penalty box glass, and now into the San Francisco end. Shifley and Huberdeau battling. And the scrum. That one's going to get fired down. That one could be on net. Giordano, John Scott gets bumped off by his Nat player. A very good defensive play there. Puck gets fired around the boards into neutral ice. Milan Lucic and Ray Ferraro. Ferraro, one of our goal scorers. Lucic, not one of our goal scorers. Lucic passes in front, but there was no one there to deflect it home. Fired down by Ferraro. Went through the crease, almost hit Kemper. Off the far boards to the nearest face-off circle shot right on, but just missed. Kemper's had to be sharp, and he really hasn't been. 7:28 remaining here in the middle period. Dmitry Orlov with John Scott. Alex Ovechkin gets up. He's battling with Theodore for this race. Ov wins, but he fires it back down the wrong way. John Carlson stuck in the boards. That one takes to San Francisco, but they score! Right off the end boards for Noah Hannafin. Hannafin pokes it home. 4-1 San Francisco.
One word, Bill, to dominate this performance so far for the Flyers. Domination. That's all I can say. They have played so well in front of the home crowd. They have been feeding off the home crowd energy, and it is showing the scoreboard. But there is still almost a period left, so anything can happen.
Anything could happen, but we haven't seen a team blow a 4-1 lead ever in NSHL. We've seen 3-1 leads. We have not seen 4-1 leads been blown. And 2-0. Lord Stanley almost put that one in his own net, and it's just wide. Couture with Tanev. Skinner in the corner with the scrum. Stevens in the far end with the puck. Mark Shifley. McKinnon, Kuznetsov give him a little support there. That one's going to take a not so friendly bounce. Fired back down in the Washington end is San Francisco. Lord Stanley. Clayton Keller. Clears it out of any offensive threat. Scott Stevens at the blue line keeps it in with Nathan McKinnon. Tried to take a shot off the boards. Tried a little bank shot there, but just didn't work. Another chance for the Nats. Another bank shot. That one looked like it might have had a little bit of offensive threat there, but nothing really happened there. John Scott with Clayton Keller. And at RC Kemper end, just trying to kill time. 1:30 remaining here in the second. Fired in just wide of the Martin Jones cage. Jeff Petrie with Ray Ferraro. Fired down and right back to the scrum. They fire right back down toward the Washington. And my goodness, this puck is flying around. 10 seconds remaining in the middle stanza. And we will be heading to the third and final period of play, potentially for the season. San Francisco up by 3.
As I see in this period, is the Flight have capitalized on almost all of the chances, and everybody is playing great from the first line to the fourth line. Martin Jones is playing very well, but now the Washington Nationals they need to play. They can't do anything else except play their hearts out, and that's all they can do because it looks like this game. And I probably have Jakeson.
Fired right on. Here's a chance.
But this series looks like it's over.
And out of play. 19 minutes remaining before the San Francisco Flight can potentially call themselves champions. Off the corner boards, it's Larry Brown. Washington just playing for their pride at this point. They know they probably won't come back from this. All they can do is try. Dougie Hamilton tried to shoot it on, but just couldn't. San Francisco has every counter to every Washington attack. Washington fires it down, looking for a bounce. No puck luck for the Nats. Chichu. John Scott. Zdeno Chara at center. This could potentially be Zdeno Chara's final season in the National Sim Hockey League. Joel Ward most likely will be as well. Chichu. In the corner, a big scrum. The Flight are just killing time. 16 minutes remaining here in the third. The Flight really are just trying to kill time. Shea Theodore maybe trying to add one more on the board. The Nats get back and play defense. Pavelski's going to bring it back to his own end. Although he's getting it closer to his goalie. And he got bumped off. Chance for Lucic. That was a good defensive stick there by the Flight. Trying it back at center. 14 minutes remaining. The Nats are just playing for their championship lives. They're playing for pride. They're trying. I think they're going to come up a little too short. Scheifele at the blue line, going to fire it down just wide of the post. A sliding effort. He tried to deflect that in, but couldn't. Fired down. Behind the Kemper cage, the Nats are looking for a clear. They get one. Chance for the Nats in front now. Couldn't poke one home. One half of the period is gone here in the third. The Flight are killing time. The Nats are trying to get one on the board, trying to mount a comeback. In behind the Martin Jones net. Brent Burns with it. He's going to clear to the blue line, a Turtle. Owen Nolan, they fire it down. It's just wide of the Kemper cage. 7:20 remaining in the third. Mark Giordano with William Karlsson, Brent Burns, and Owen Nolan there to support. Still just killing time. Huberdeau stuck in the boards. William Karlsson. Again, firing it back into his own end. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remain. The Flight have played well all season long, but they were second best to Washington. Second best, no more. They have played a great series. They have won 3, about to be 4, out of the 6 games. Washington had one heck of a season. They were the President's Trophy winners, the East Division champions. Looked like they were going to cruise to a Stanley Cup victory. That one's fired down by San Francisco. Kuznetsov tried blocking, but it was just wide anyways. The first seed in both divisions ended up making it to the finals. First seed in this series, Washington. Second seed in the series, San Francisco. The script has flipped. Kuznetsov at the blue line. 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. A minute 30 before the Flight can call themselves champions. 1 minute remaining at the blue line out of center ice. It's Kuznetsov. Gonna try to get one late. Cannot. 25 seconds. Move over, Minnesota. We have a new Stanley Cup champion, being the San Francisco Flight. The cup is in the Bay Area. The San Francisco Flight have won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and you have to feel it for the guys who didn't make it, who are just that awful, just so close to making it a Game 7, but this was a great series, Bill, and it's a great year altogether.
Absolutely. Your Season 3 Stanley Cup champions are the San Francisco Flight. A great series they have played, and a great season they had. The Washington Nationals themselves have played great, but it was too much for them in this series. They come up just short after winning the President's Trophy, after winning the Eastern Division. The Flight had bested them in the 7-game series, and that's what matters. There's nothing to be ashamed of, Washington fans. You had a great season. Losing in the finals isn't so bad. I know it feels so close yet so far. You have nothing to be ashamed of. They still get a banner up next season. But tonight and this season belongs to the San Francisco Flight.
And I just want to add one more thing. As just I was going off of a great season, I believe next season's going to be even better. More teams, new stadiums, better puck physics.
Yep. We will announce it right now, because we are having a Season 4, and we had not mentioned it on the stream. We will have another stream soon enough, announcing the teams, the date of the draft, or I will probably just bring out a video for it. We'll announce the teams, we'll have everything. Once we're ready, we will announce the teams. We will announce for next season, there will be 16 teams rather than 6. 10 teams have been added to the mix. Some teams you're familiar with, some teams you're not. But let's worry about Season 4 another day. Let's go down to ice level, where owner DNP10 will receive the Stanley Cup. I don't know if this one can be picked up or not. DNP, you've had a great season. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get a suit on. Let me stand next to the cup. Don't be all over it yet. Hold on. Let me get a suit on. Let me award you the Stanley Cup. 1 second. Let me get the suit on. Let me get a suit. Hold on. I have a suit here somewhere. I have a suit. 1 second. Unprofessional, I know. Give me 1 minute. I have a suit. I know I have a suit. Where's my suit? There we go. Don't put that on. There we go. The NP10. I would like to present you. I proudly present you, and your San Francisco flight, the Season 3 Stanley Cup.
Hey, Deb, can you,
What do you want me to do?
Look at the penalty box, standing next to the cup.
Okay.
Standing next to the cup.
next to
Standing next to the cup.
please.
Okay. Hold on, I was
That's-
watching you. Cause I'm still streaming.
It's okay. Just need to get a picture of you in the Stanley Cup. Okay, stop jumping.
Okay.
Just stand there. You, Owen Nolan, and William Carl cup photo.
Too bad Hurdle's not over here. Come on, he's our captain.
Well,
For the record, there was no, because, I mean, yes, I might be the league owner as well as like the owner for San Francisco. I have no intent of rigging any of these games. Like, this was just pure chance that San Francisco won.
yeah, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching. Your Season 3 Stanley Cup champions or your San Francisco flight. You will hear from us from the following days, consisting of the new teams, new arenas, new information and everything. Follow or join the Discord for all of your NSHL information. I've been Builder. My broadcast partner tonight has been Ben, cameraman, and now Season 3 Stanley Cup champion, DNP10. We thank you for watching. We wish you well. We wish you would do. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one.